Let's go back about 100 years. You stand in the streets of any town or city, and you hear machines and automobiles, and you may even hear some horses. But you go back another 50 years or even 150 years, you will hear the sounds of an anvil ringing. That was the blacksmith. The blacksmith is thousands of years old. The blacksmith is so old that it was even mentioned in the Bible book of Genesis. Everybody knows the Bible, whether you are religious or not, is a very old book. Without the blacksmith to pave the way for modern day machines, we would not be here today. In this video, I'm going to be discussing how I make money selling knives. And not only am I selling knives, I'm selling other stuff such as wall hooks, bottle openers, and decorative things. And if you stick around to the end and you follow what I have to say, it is guaranteed you will make a little bit of money. I'm going to start off by saying I am not rich, but I do make little chunks of money here and there. Until you can make your knife making business into an industrial business where you have a machine pumping out 10 or 12 knives a week or even more. I know some people who do 40 and 50 a week because they have multiple CNC machines, water jet tables, everything you can imagine making knives and selling them online. In order to compete with them, you have to be really good, and you have to make things really efficiently, especially if you're doing it like me. Everything I do is by hand. I don't have a whole lot of industrial machines. The closest thing I got is a 2x72 grinder. So what I am saying is, if you are not good at what you do, then why are you trying to make money at it? Step 1, get good. If you're not good at making something, then you're not going to be good at making money at it. And that's the major mistake a lot of people make. The next thing you are going to want to do is flop down on your computer or your phone or whatever you use to shop for materials. Find the cheapest prices on everything. Every bit of material that you have to regularly buy. I'm talking about steel, wood, drill bits, grinding belts, propane, charcoal, coal, anything you have to buy on a regular basis. Find the cheapest prices you can and start stocking up on supplies. Congratulations, you are a really good knife maker and you got a stockpile of really cheap materials. Now what you want to do is start putting those skills and cheap materials to use. You're going to want to make as many knives and as many things. That includes bottle openers, pry bars, flint strikers, wall hooks, decorative items. Basically everything you know how to make, you're going to want to make a lot of it. And you want to make it as efficiently as possible. So instead of sticking one knife in your forge at a time, stick 4 or 5. You also want to pace yourself so you don't get burnt out. If you get burnt out, then your quality and work will drop. The next thing you're going to want to do is the computer work. Yes, on the computer, typing stuff out, filling stuff out, making yourself look professional. You're going to want to start making social media pages, YouTube, Instagram, every kind of social media page you want or can do. You're going to want to fill it out and start doing that. Etsy, eBay, Amazon, every one of them, every single place you can sell and advertise and market your work and your name and your brand, do it. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a few days to get everything set up, and a lot of stuff you're going to have to be probably over 18 or have your parents help with it, because I'll be honest with you, such as Etsy, I couldn't do that until I was 18. However they had it set up, it was kind of weird. Some places require, like Amazon, require your social security and proof that you're actually a human. And if you don't do that, they won't allow you to work on their websites or platforms. Facebook Marketplace won't allow you to buy or sell till you're 18. YouTube will work, but you won't be able to get monetized until you're 18. And until you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I do not have 1,000 subscribers, and I'm getting close to 4,000 watch hours. Look for every event that is coming near you. Renaissance festivals, fairs, everything you can do that you can set up and be a vendor, you're going to want to do that. Go on there, sign up. Don't be scared to show your work, because trust me, there's a lot of people that does a worse job than you. And they sell their work. They make money. Even though they're not as good of quality, they still make money. But that's why you want to be the best one there. That's why I said earlier, make sure you are good at what you do. Otherwise, you won't make money. You want to draw a crowd. You want an attention. So if you're confident in your skills, bring your forge and anvil. Start forging things. Start making things. Wall hooks, bottle openers, knives. Everything you can do to draw a crowd and show them that your knives isn't Pakistani or Chinese junk. You want to times your work by 3, or at least that's how I make my money, is I'll take all the expenses, round them up, add them up. On average, I spend about $100 on materials. That includes propane, grinding belts, all that stuff, handle materials, steel, leather, all that stuff, about $100 to $120. Then you times it by 3. So by the end of the day, you have about $300 to $400. And that is a good price to sell your work. A lot of times with smaller stuff, I can get away with even less. Like sometimes it only costed me like $30, and I can times that by 3 and it'll be only about $100 or more, a little more. But yeah, if you can do that, that makes you a lot of money. If you do a quick Google search on how much and how to price your knives. This isn't pricing advice. However much you think you need to price or sell your knives, try it, do it. So I'm not telling you how to price them, but that's how I price them. If you have any tips or tricks for me down in the comments, let me know. But yeah, that's how I price my knives, and people pay money for them.
Being a blacksmith in 2025 or a knife maker in 2025 is very hard because there are millions of them, and they are saturating the market, so it is putting basically themselves out of business or making themselves lose money. Not intentionally, but because there is so many of them, it is ruining the knife making market. That is why you want to sell multiple items other than just knives. You want to sell multiple items, multiple different things, even if you didn't make it. I personally sell stuff like bandanas. My siblings sell their handmade stuff. I sell glass vases and different things. I put my roses and flowers in. But yeah, you want to sell as many things as you can to help pay for your knife making and blacksmithing journey. Being a knife maker and a blacksmith in 2025 is very, very hard. But the best way to survive is to keep at it and don't quit. And I'm not saying you can make a lot of money being a blacksmith in 2025. I'm not saying you can make a lot of money being a knife maker in 2025. But it is a good side hustle that can and will, if you keep at it, turn into a successful business where eventually you'll be able to retire at it. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is my tips and tricks and basically how I make my money in 2025 as a blacksmith and knife maker. I will see you guys in the next one.